That does sound really cool. What were the ones after Archer?
So there's the Knight, which is like sword and shield guy, and it's pretty fast-paced hack and slash like combat. Archer. Then there's like a mage, but it's like it looked almost kind of like Fist of the North Star style, like melee combat, but magic as well. Like he'll like dash in, you know, like teleport in, a la like anime and other shit, punch and kick the crap out of some guys, but there'll be like black fire everywhere, and then he'll teleport back and summon a bunch of skeleton archers, and they'll all shoot at the dude. So it's like a weird like.
That sounds cool as hell.
Melee character, and then the other one is like a big hulking barbarian, like he's physically larger than everyone else, and he was dual wielding axes. But yeah, the game's called Black Desert, so if you want to go and like search it on Kotaku and
yeah, I'm gonna check it out. It sounds dope. If it's
yeah, there was. Go on.
If the combats is Dark Souls-esque, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's way more. It's not like Diablo at all. It's more. It looks more like a third-person hack and slash type game, but you've got like a menu bar down at the bottom. So I'm assuming it may be kind of like I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be controller friendly.
A little more actiony than Dark Souls. A little less. You can you can go a little more ham than as measured as Dark Souls gets.
Yeah, it's not all about like maxing stamina and certain stats. It's more like a traditional RPG because it's Eastern, it's Korean, so it's got to have those elements that like show up in Eastern style games, you know, like Terra and other shit. It can't be slow and super, you know, deliberate. It's got to be a little bit more actiony. But if it's the same game that I'm thinking of, there was a trailer that came out like. You can get mounts. I don't know if it's like all the time or just for certain dungeons and stuff, but this guy was totally riding this like little dragon around, and I call it little because it wasn't like, you know, like a huge dragon. It was kind of like a shorter, sort of like stunted, like, you know, bigger than a horse, but not like massive. And he was riding it around, and it was breathing fire on enemies and stomping on them, and it like jumped down and landed on some dudes, and he was fucking shit up. And I think they called it the Diablo 3 killer is what they're trying to go for. So, but. I don't know. It looks really actiony and a lot of fun. I would definitely either try the mage character or the I don't know. The archer looked a little bland to me, mostly because like, you know, usually like doing combos with bow and arrow is a little too Legolas-y, and it just feels a little gimmicky, you know.
Yeah. Although you like Demon Hunter.
Yeah, and, I mean that was okay, but. And if it's like actiony, like to me, if I'm thinking about it right, like the action sort of looks kind of like and this is terrible because the game is so old and I use it to compare lots of things, but like, you know, Fable, right? So like it's very hack and slashy and combo-y and like third-person RPG from that element. I'm sure the RPG elements are way more in depth, but like the arrow magic in that game was pretty much just like one shot, one kill, right? Like you would just charge up a really nice, like powerful shot and shoot an enemy and they'd be dead. Or the way you would combo it is you would use spells that would make you shoot like multiple arrows at once, and then you could stack all your magic like effects on the multiple arrows. And that's how I like to use arching, because I don't think like as a combo system, a person spinning around and flipping and shooting a bunch of arrows and them doing no damage is all that fun, because then you're basically just like, it looks kind of like fucking the gun kata shit from Equilibrium,
right?
You know, with like Christian Bale flipping around and shooting, but you know, it takes 80 million arrows to kill your enemy. I'd rather just be up in there with a sword or a fucking battle axe or just punching the shit out of something. So I would probably either do the mage, because he's like, it looks kind of like a necromancer since there's a bunch of black fire and other death-related themes in his shit. So I don't know. They may.
What do you think would synthesize well with the mage?
Well, probably any of them, because they all looked relatively close combat, and there was lots of tactical dodging and stuff. So I'm sure if it's like going to be a real RPG, then you're going to pick a class, right? So you'll pick a race. There seem to be humans and elves. So you're going to pick a race, and then you'll pick a job, like class or whatever. And then from there, I'm sure there'll be a ridiculous skill tree that's going to let you, you know, maneuver around. So it'll pretty much just be whatever you want. I mean, if it really is, there didn't seem to be a healer class, because there was no, in the gameplay anyway, it was only ever one person fighting enemies. There was never a group. So I mean, it's an MMORPG, but the hallmark of those is having people that are specifically tailored to, you know, jobs. So like, if there's gotta be a healer, they didn't show those mechanics.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where like you and I could dive into it, but we'd have to quickly make friends, because you have to have a party where people have roles. So
Yeah.
like, if I have to play Archer because we need someone to play Archer, then I'll do that. But, you know, I'm sure it'll be in beta for a long, long time, and you know they'll test the hell out of it in Korea before they ever bother releasing it to the West. So, but yeah, the reason it's caught the attention of everyone is because it's beautiful. Like, the player there's a whole Kotaku article on the player creation, like character creation, and they've created a ridiculous number of famous people that look almost identical to their, you know, real life counterparts.
Yeah. Wow.
So like they did like Benedict Cumberbatch and some other people. Hey, do you have a dirty little ducky that needs? Is he jacking that guy off in the tub?
I don't know, man. I don't ask questions in here. I just get my fingers chopped off.
And not really care about it. I'd be pissed as hell.
Wombo combo. Haha. Can't get me, I'm on base.
Bish?
Bitch? Yo, dog, your drawers are kind of red. You might want to go to the restroom.
Have you been pooping blood?
It's got like a little poop G-string. It's kind of gross. Blood G-string. Blood rain.
Yeah, that blood's in a very odd part of his body. Like, did he get some shit ripped out of his back? Again, I'm gonna be an asshole and take us out of, like, you know, the theme of the feel of the atmosphere of the game. But if this guy's strong enough to rip your body off your head, why can't he move like a fucking office shelf?
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, the man's clearly like 400 pounds of pure muscle. And he sees you. I love how those, like, walls are the perfect height. You to, like, kneel down, you know, and him not be able to see you through the windows. It's fantastic.
Yep. Well, it's like sometimes he's dumb, sometimes he's smart.
Unless you're on hard difficulty, and then he's just always smart.
He's just always an asshole.
Miles' Upshur is soaked, son. Now here's the question, when you put your hands up, or nope, you clearly didn't wash. Like, what's up with that blood, dog? Is it made of super glue? Because, you know, look at how much water is coming down. Your fucking blood should be not on your hands anymore. Yeah, watch out for the nude brothers in here. I know I'm way behind, but if this is like the showers, then...
This is a kitchen.
Oh, this is the place where that guy had lit everything on fire because he was a retard. Yeah, he's all pissed because you turned off the fire. Did that make you jump a little bit when he came out of the cut and just ran into you with his fucked up face?
No.
There's one Pepsi, dog.
Should make this into a Pepsi commercial.
How fucked up would that be, Red, if you just got to the kitchen and then it was just a Pepsi commercial? It's like, Pepsi.
Taste sensation. MK Ultra program. CIA Mori Doc No 140401 PP 159 excerpts 2 file subject special research Bluebird 1 general problem. For the past several months, Bluebird has been endeavoring to ascertain by research, study, and instruction some practice what value, if any, can be derived from SI, sleep induction, and H, hypnotic techniques when applied to war and specific agency problems. Can we create by post-H control, that's post-hypnotic control, in action contrary to an individual's basic moral principles? Can we guarantee total amnesia under any and all conditions? Can we alter a person's personality? How long will it hold? What are full details on a sleep-inducing machine? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's the most important question.
These are all questions. Fuck you, Father Martin. I ain't gonna look for you.
I like how, basically, so I've been rewatching the X-Files, right? All of these plots from video games are just, shit that's been twisted from things that were mentioned in the X-Files.
I'm sure they went to a insane asylum at some point, right?
They've been to, multiple insane asylums already. And I'm 3 or 4 episodes into season 2.
S2E3 Re-Z.
My name.
How alive are you? Right now, pretty alive.
On a scale from 1 to even, how Kant are you? Not Immanuel Kant.
I don't even know your name, but I've come to think of you as one of my blood, my Rand Paul. I hope you don't mind, and I hope you don't indulge the vanity of self-pity, the fear that your suffering is more than others. We all must endure this, and you are nearly done. There's no way to heaven but by the cross, and every man needs another to help drive the nails in. I am here for you. I am waiting ahead. That sounds horrible. I'm gonna be crucified.
Or he wants you to crucify him, right?
Whatever. Either way. Nah, no bueno. How am I supposed to get through here?
At least he doesn't want you to be as Judas. Or as Mary Magdalene.